We begin with just this massive devastation. The images still stun me, coming to us from Florida after Hurricane Milton made landfall yesterday. Emergency crews discovered neighborhoods still underwater. We know at least 16 people were killed. First responders continue to make an incredible effort to reach those trapped by the storm, and hundreds have been rescued so far. And the storm made landfall Wednesday evening into Thursday. But let's now start with CBS News correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti. Jonathan, you wrote out this storm. You're looking at the recovery efforts. What are the greatest needs for people there right now?
Yeah, and Errol, good morning to you. We're actually here in downtown St. Petersburg. Power is going to be one of the biggest issues. We'll get to that in just a second because we actually hope to get an update on some of those needs by Governor DeSantis, who's expected to speak behind us in about an hour or so. He himself has been in this area surveying the damage. The backdrop for him is going to be the scene of a massive crane collapse. What you're looking at here is an 8-story tall piece of the frame of this crane, which crashed into this building, home to the Tampa Bay Times, shredding at least the top 3 stories of it. It puts into perspective just how strong the wind gusts were here, 105 miles per hour at time. That crane actually coming from a condo building site, what will be the largest building on the west coast of the state when all is said and done. We were actually here yesterday. We've now been taped back away from this area because there is some concern about some of the other cranes and the condition that they are in as the inspections continue. We have seen a lot of wind damage and a lot of rain issues, flooding particularly as we have surveyed the area. A lot of downed trees, a lot of down power lines, as I mentioned, and a lot of flash flooding. One of the biggest issues for first responders getting to those people that were cut off by water. We were actually in the Clearwater area yesterday, Errol, and you may remember this from our reporting. We were watching as a massive rescue operation was underway. Hundreds of people chose to ride out the storm in a low-lying area under evacuation in this apartment complex, and they had to be rescued by hundreds of first responders who moved in with high water vehicles and boats to rescue them. We spoke with a number of them saying they thought the worst of the storm was over after the wind had left, but then at 2 a.m. the water started rising up to their necks in some cases, people waiting in water for hours until help arrived. You now have rescue crews continuing those operations. From what we understand, at least 1,000 people have been rescued. We don't know all of their conditions. As those operations continue, power outages. Supplying and restoring power, a big issue. 50,000 linemen were brought in ahead of the storm. They are here from all over the country. Nearly 3 million people across the state without power, and officials here warning it could take several more weeks for some. Of course, we'll get that update when the governor addresses us in about an hour's time from now, Errol.
Yeah, that's right, Jonathan. And people in the less populated areas, they've got 2 million people at least without power. There still may be more numbers of people who need help that we just don't realize yet. We will, of course, check back in with you. We really appreciate you being out there and this update as well. Let's bring in CBS News Philadelphia meteorologist Tammie Souza with the first look at the national forecast. Tammie?
Well, Errol, you know what? There is some good news in Florida. It looks like things are going to be quiet. I'm going to pull out and show you the continental United States map, and you can take a look. Florida right now is rain-free, in fact, even cloud-free. So that's going to give them a chance to really start to clean things up. Having been down there for a week with my family, I can tell you they need to have that good weather. That is critically important. Let's take a look at what's going on right now, because Milton is now nothing but a remnant low, and it is moving out into the Atlantic. It will be gone. It is not going to bother the United States again. We also have Leslie, which is a tropical storm out in the Atlantic. It is going to curve off to the north and the east, not to bother the United States at all. And then we'll keep an eye on this area of low pressure that is going to be coming off of the African coast. It's already an inverse, and we'll watch where this goes as it moves across the Atlantic Ocean. So right now, the good news is much of Florida is pretty quiet. There are just some typical showers that are trying to move on the East Coast, but that's about it. We'll talk more about this and those incredible tornadoes, all that flooding and all that wind when I come back in a few minutes. Errol?
All right, Tammie, we appreciate that. We will see you soon.